Good morning and welcome to A Few Moments with the Rev. I'm Greg Johnson and I'm delighted to have this opportunity to be with you as we continue our very brief conversations regarding recovery in recovering. I had the great joy of finding on Facebook, quite frankly, a paper that was done by the Virginia Commonwealth University. They have a wonderful program down there that is focused on their students who are in the world of recovery, in whatever form, and we'll be naming some of those in a moment. But the program allows students to spend time in their recovery work as well as in their academic work. And I found it to be extraordinarily wonderful. Now, the various programs that they have under the auspices of Rams in Recovery, and I'm assuming Rams is a sports team, but Rams in Recovery, people who attend the Virginia Commonwealth University, they came up with a list of 10 statements, 10 pieces of wisdom out of the varied recovery traditions that they felt were equally and quite wonderfully positive thoughts for everyone as we face the pandemic, which at the present seems to be coming back in some areas. It hugely increased. And so I urge you, please, it's face masks, it's hand sanitizers, it's social distancing. They do work, they've proved it, and it's not about proving, it's about caring. A mask to me is a statement of I care. I love another. I will care for myself by putting it on, but I'm also caring for others. I'm caring for you. And that's very much what we're going to talk about today. Now, I just quickly want to review the 8 statements that we've talked about thus far, and today we go on to the 9th statement. The first is without question surrender. Surrender and acceptance. The second, halt. Don't get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Number 3, progress is what we seek, not perfection. The 4th, serenity is not freedom from the storm, but peace amid the storm. The 5th, keep your head where your feet are. Be present. Don't get stuck in the past, and don't waste time trying to figure the future. Be present. Number 6, service transforms. Number 7, gratitude is an action word. And last week we talked about, it's about surviving, yes, but it's also about thriving. Each of these has been a program unto itself, and they are available, if you missed any of them, on my YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel, the name of it is very simply Family Caregiving with the Rev. Family Caregiving with the Rev. Family caregiving is the essence of my ministry, and the YouTube channel has a great many items that might be of help to you or others with whom you're working in the world of family caregiving. So if you want to go back and look at any of the previous sessions on recovery in recovering, simply go to the YouTube channel, Family Caregiving with the Rev. Now this morning, it's our 9th step, and I'm reading, as I do each week, their statement from the Virginia Commonwealth University group. It's mutual aid, not self-help. There are many paths to recovery, but we all need community. Some of those paths are recovery dharma, harm reduction, Smart Recovery, Life Ring, Celebrate Recovery, and of course the 12 Steps. And what do they all have in common? A central tenet is community. Addiction, like a pandemic, causes isolation and disconnection. In order to survive and grow, we need each other. And there are ways that that can be done, even in this pandemic. We're all, and they have a hashtag, alone together. And we have to support one another. Some suggestions. Stay in contact with friends and loved ones over the phone, a video chat, a text. Check in on people you haven't heard from in a while. Talk to someone you trust when you're feeling low. Human beings are social animals. We'll weather this isolation far better if we're, I have to say it, not too isolated. But we can be isolated in ways that are safe, in ways that are precautionary, and thanks to modern technology, we can connect. As I was reading this one and preparing for this morning's talk, it immediately brought to my mind, and this is a wonderful time during the isolation period, to be doing some reading, to be doing some exploring of thoughts. And if you have not read The Book of Joy, written by His Excellence the Dalai Lama and the retired Archbishop Desmond Tutu, The Book of Joy, it is a great, great book for you to be reading. I've had the pleasure of reading it several times and actually teaching it or leading a small group on it over at the Marble Collegiate Church. A great, great book. And one of the chapters is entitled Our Greatest Joy. Now, I'm not reading the book to you, but I want to read this. The Archbishop, and this is Archbishop Tutu speaking, the Archbishop considered his response carefully. I mean simply to say that ultimately, our greatest joy is when we seek to do good for others. It's how we are made. And then he goes on to talk about, from the Zulu translation, or the Zulu tradition, the word Ubuntu, U-B-U-N-T-U. It's translated always as being, I am because you are. I am because you are. What does that say to us? That we are all one. We are all children of the divine, no matter how you wish to interpret that or where you may be on your spiritual and faith quest, or your wounded quest, because many people have been. But we are all children of the divine, brothers and sisters, each with a piece of that divine within us. And it's when those sparks connect that we truly can go forward in love and in service. And so while we can't physically be together, we are presently gifted with the ability to reach out, to care, to share, and use the gifts of technology, both to care for others and to care for ourselves. When we're not feeling just as we think we would like to, there's somebody waiting to talk to you. Our support groups, our 12-step groups. I am, as you well know, a very active member in AA. And the meetings on Zoom have been incredible. It's a different medium at first, but I frankly have grown to love it. So there is help. You are not alone. though you may be by yourself and doing everything that is wise and intelligent during this incredibly dangerous pandemic. So I urge you, please remember community. We are one. We are brothers and sisters. We are the human race. And there is only one race, the human race, all children of the divine. And let us walk together. And I'm going to end once again, because several of you have written saying that you wanted to hear me read this one more time. The Positivity Pledge. I love this. I think it's exciting. I read it each morning as I finish my devotional time. The Positivity Pledge, and I ask you to take it as well. I shall no longer allow negative thoughts or feelings to drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good that is in my life. I will think it, feel it, speak it, and share it. By doing so, I will send out vibes of positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract into my life. God bless. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday with the final installment of these 10 suggestions for recovery in recovering. Have a great week. God bless.